Hey everybody, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have ourselves another Gamerscore breakdown. That is right, we have made it to another milestone, 500,000. That is 500,000. Hell yeah, you love to see it. You love to see it. It feels good to hit this milestone, and I'm excited to break things down for us. But before we break things down, I do want to look at a few things, just in terms of, the previous milestones that I hit. I want to see how I got to them, just sort of do a quick review. And I also want to, obviously, just like we usually do, go through all of the games that I played to get this 100,000 gamer score. Unfortunately, it looks like there's a lot. It looks like there's a lot of easy gamer score games, which I'm kind of sad about, but we'll go over things together. So with all of that being said, let's go ahead and get started with reviewing the previous milestones. I want to look at the 100,000 achievement, 200k, 300k, 400k, and then finally the 500k. And you guys will see that clip on screen for sure. Yeah. Pretty big milestone, right? So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Don't want to waste your time. Let's get started looking at the first achievement milestone that I got. I'd consider this the first achievement milestone. I officially hit 100,000 gamer score on my profile with contrast, and the achievement was Not That Kind of Game. Nothing crazy about this achievement. I was just playing through it, and then I was able to line it up perfectly, so I took that chance. And I did this on the 15th of August of 2014. I think it's 2014 that it's saying. So yeah, that was 11 years ago. I hit 100k, and yeah, that's kind of crazy. And then if we are judging, if this is 2015, I think it's 2015. If this is 2015, we have 5 years later, I got another 100,000, and I got it right on the dot with the Mile High Club. We might watch this video just to see, because this is a little bit of a cringy video to rewatch for me. I've checked it out not that long ago, but it is pretty fun to revisit because it's an achievement guide I made, and it was for the Mile High Club in Call of Duty 4 Remastered. I had a fun time making it, and a fun time, this is a fun challenge, obviously, but it's it's a little bit cringe hearing myself. Like, let's listen.
Spam them with our pistol, and then switching over to our machine gun, where we will flash them and then pick up a P90 or any other.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I got my, even though I sound not too good, I am like on point with everything I'm describing. Let's listen.
Once there is the breach in the hull, we will be moving forward. We'll be taking out 3 to 4 enemies that come down these stairs.
Honestly, I think I got good commentary. I got like the flow there, but I just didn't have my presence. You know what I mean? I think I've grown. You can see that I've grown. This was 5 years ago. I better have grown. I better have gotten better at things, and I'd like to think I have. Anyways, let's go ahead and skip to the achievement bot, and let's hear my past self talk about this. Okay, let's see that.
Super cool achievement. Thank you very much for watching. I'd also like to say, super cool achievement to get for my 200,000 gamer score. You can see 30 gamer score needed to get to 200,000, and Mile High Club is the one. I just wanted to highlight that part. I was super excited about that. I'd like to thank you guys very much for watching this video, and stick around for more guides from me.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So that was 30 gamer score to get me to 200,000 gamer score back in 2020, April of 2020. It's kind of crazy that I went from August 15th over here. Oh, by the way, I'm using True Achievements for those wondering what this website is. I'm sure you know if you're watching this video, but just in case you don't, True Achievements, great achievement tracking website. Check it out if you are a fan of achievements. It's got a great community on there. Anyways, yeah, it took me 5 years. It took from 2015 to 2020 for me to actually get to 200,000 gamer score. And then it took me from 2020 to 2022 to get to 300,000 gamer score. And I did a review of that. You can check that link out in the description. We're really quickly just going to go ahead and see the achievement that I popped. It is going to happen in 2 seconds over here. Let's go ahead and give it a quick listen. What I need. Oh my God. Yo, there we go. Oh my God, took forever to get one scan. There we go. An extraordinary man. That is my achievement for 300,000 gamer score. Let's go. An extraordinary man for an extraordinary number. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So that was my 300,000 gamer score achievement. Feels pretty good to like revisit that stuff and see how far I've come, especially in the, like, obviously in the number. Like, my gamer score is way higher, but hearing my voice back there, I'm like, ooh, doesn't sound too good. But the fact that it doesn't sound too good to me means I've improved. But that's besides the point. We're here for gamer score. So that was my 300,000 gamer score. An extraordinary man in AC3 which is funny to think about. I didn't actually take in. I did an Assassin's Creed for my 300,000 gamer score because 500,000 gamer score was an Assassin's Creed game, and we'll talk about that in just a second. All right, and then we've got ourselves 400,000 gamer score right over here. This is when I started showing myself on camera. Had a blast doing all of this crap. And let's see. Do I show the achievement on screen? I'm sure I do. I'm sure I do. Yeah, it's right up here. Right up here. So I got this achievement playing Alan Wake 2. Just, this one wasn't even that big of a deal. It was just like the end of chapter, and I ended up lining it up perfectly. So I was like, hey, whatever. And I did like Alan Wake 2 a lot. So it was an achievement that I didn't necessarily like mind getting. It could have been cooler if it was like a nicer sounding achievement. It's just We Watch in the Night. It's not that cool, although it is kind of a cool title, but it's like not as cool as the achievement I got for 500,000 gamer score. Let's go ahead and play the clip for you guys to check it out and just appreciate that moment. I think it's awesome. I think for this one, I want to be a bitch. I want to be a real bitch and just sit right here. Yeah, what are you gonna do, man? You can't see me. You can't see me. What are you gonna do? I don't know. I must have disappeared, man. I must have gone somewhere. Oh my god. I can disguise as him. yo, wait, what? No way. No way. That's how it ends? I disguised myself as the final boss? Oh my god. Yo. That was flawless. Yo, I didn't know that was even possible. That's fantastic. Let's see it. Let's see it. All right, come on. Come on. And did I time it? Did I time it? Hey! I want it all! Oh my god. Complete all single player mission challenges in Paris. Oh, I opened up my achievement menu, but let's go ahead and take a look at it. That is officially 500,000 gamer score in Assassin's... Oh no, 500,000 gamer score total. There you go. I want it all has been unlocked, and that is the achievement to reach 500,000 gamer score. You'll love to see it. All right. Hey, yeah, that was a pretty cool clip. If you ask me, I am pretty proud of the progress I have made. And this is a great chance to just look at my stats really quick. You know, we went over the timeline of... oh, actually, did I look at the timeline for 300K? Did I? I did. Did I look at the timeline for 400K? 2 years. So it took me 2 years to get 100,000 gamer score both of these times. The first time it took me 5 years. This time it took me 2 years for the previous one. And then it took me a single year because it was September of 2025. So it took me just over a year, we could say, to get another 100,000 gamer score, which is pretty quick. Pretty quick. This most recent one was pretty quick. If you look at this, I hit, am I looking at, what am I looking at? Gamer score? Hold on 1 sec. Let me get to the proper page here. Okay, here we go. I just had to make it to the proper page. Before, it was showing a different stat. It was showing true achievement score, which is a totally different thing. Right now, we're focused on gamer score. So, yeah. Here we go. We've got ourselves the gamer score. Right when I joined the site, I was around 70K gamer score. So that's a fun stat to see, I suppose. But we have ourselves 100,000 on August 14th of 2014. Yep. Oh, so it was 6 years. Damn. Okay, so August 14th of 2014, I hit 100,000. And then you go all the way to 200,000 during quarantine. It was 6 years later. It took me a while. You can see there were some bursts of like, I got 30K kind of quick, or no, 15K kind of quick over here, but not really that quick. It took me like 6 months to get this much gamer score. So I was pretty slow. I was in high school, so I probably wasn't very focused on games. I was just focused on, you know, doing crap, messing around, that type of stuff, right? But when quarantine hit, that's when I got roped back into gaming. That's for sure. Like it became another major focus in my life, how it was back in the day. So I'm very happy where I'm at right now playing games. I love playing games. But yeah, one other thing I love is getting gamer score. So as you can see, we are climbing up even faster. We hit 200K April 19, 2020, and then bam, it took me just over 2 years. Just over 2 years to hit 300K. Then it took me just over 2 years to get to, or no, just under 2 years technically. It took me just under 2 years to get another 200K. And this most recent 100K was very, very quick. If you take a look, I breezed through a lot of these milestones very, very quickly. We have ourselves 9/15/2025. That's September 15th of 2025. I hit 500K. And we have 400K 16 months before that. So, in my personal opinion, this is way too quick. This is way too quick. you know, there's a time and a place for shovelware, if you ask me. But I feel like I went too hard with shovelware in this in this 100,000 gamer score, if you ask me. It flew by. I didn't really get to soak it in, and I feel like I didn't actually play too many like big games, if you know what I mean. Like we'll get into the shovelware in just a second, but yeah, I feel like this one flew by. I feel like I got 500k really quick. So my goal for this next 600k is to, or this next 100k, the 600k milestone, is to let it sit. I'm gonna limit myself on the amount of easy gamerscore games I play. If I want to play them for the channel, which, you know, I have a playlist for anybody interested in that. I am going to be doing it on a dummy profile because I do not want to inflate my gamer score so easily. I actually want this 100,000 to last. So yeah, that is going to be this goal for the 100,000. I am streaming right now. I should mention I am streaming right now on Twitch and YouTube. Check me out at Barely Complete. Definitely give that a look if you're interested in joining in on any of the streams. I'm not only going to be going for achievements, I'm going to be playing some fun games here and there, but I am mostly going to be going for achievements, let's be honest. Yeah, just recently doing AC Unity. Haven't completed it yet, but by the time this video comes out, it might be done. Who knows? Probably not. Let's be honest. It's an annoyingly long game. But yeah. Anyways, with that all out of the way, let's go ahead and start reviewing the easy gamer score first, and then we are going to look at the games that I would consider actual games. No offense to the indie developers making easy gamer score games, but you know, like lengthy games that take a while and you have to sit down and play, other than easy gamer score games, which you normally have to, you know, just pick up and you're done. That's how I'm going to classify it. Shovelware and then games. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to offend anybody, obviously. It's your choice if you want to play shovelware and you enjoy shovelware. I think there's a place for that. However, in my experience with this past 100,000 gamer score, I didn't enjoy earning this gamer score as much as I would have if it was like from some pretty difficult games. So that's just where I'm coming from. All right, anyways, let's get into the shovelware. All right, here we go. So I took a look at every single one of the games that I completed since I unlocked the 400,000 gamer score achievement, which was in Alan Wake, and this was the first shovelware game I played after reaching 400,000. So what we're gonna do is, for the shovelware games, these are classified as shovelware. For those who don't know what shovelware is, it's just basically, you know, things that you can pick up and put down because you're gonna be done it very quickly. So that's what I'm saying when I'm talking about shovelware. I'm talking about these type of games where it's easy gamer score games and it's very like inconsequential, if you ask me. Like they're a bit of nothing. They're quick fun, and then they're done. You drop them, never come back to them unless there's a title update. All right. Anyways, I'm done talking about the preemptive crap. Let's go ahead and actually jump into the games, and I'll give a really quick. I'm gonna try to remember to do a quick review, my like quick review / thoughts, and then talk about if you should get it and look at the price. We're gonna do those three things. Maybe look at the price first, and then we're going to talk about if you should get it if you're interested in gamerscore, just because, you know, some of these are not worth it. I would 100% recommend, if you buy any of these shovelware games, get them on sale. 100% do that. You know, if you want to support the developer, get them at full price. But if you're looking for, like, you know, value, get them on sale. Get them on sale. All right, I'll say that right out of the way. There's only one developer here that I want to support no matter what. I will pay full price for them, and we'll talk about them soon. But anyways, Haunted Halloween 86. This game was like whatever, if you ask me. I didn't necessarily enjoy it, but I didn't hate it. I remember it being a little bit weird in terms of the controls, so I wouldn't hold your breath for this one. This one is one you can skip, but if you haven't played it and you're looking for easy gamer score, you can see I did it in 21 minutes, so might be worth it. And it is $12.79. Get this thing on sale. Do not buy it yourself. Get it on sale. All right, let's move on. We have ourselves Zombie Derby Pixel Survival. This is the only developer, Brian Media, the publisher and developer, that I will pay full price for at this moment for shovelware games, because they were the first indie game developer, which was like, let's call them achievement developers, all right? They were the first achievement developer that reached out to my channel and offered me game codes, and now multiple developers have done that, but they were the first ones, so they have a soft place in my heart. Brian Media, shout out to you guys. Really appreciate the support that I've received from you guys over the years. But yeah, these are the only people that I will pay full price for. Not sponsored or anything, if that makes a difference. I just really appreciate them supporting me. So this is the only one I'd pay full price for, and they're never that expensive. They're $5 US. As you can see down here, they're $6.49. However, I'd recommend getting them on sale. All right, just getting that out of the gate. Grab them on sale. It's better value if you just grab them on sale. All right, anyways, Zombie Derby Pixel Survival. Nothing crazy about this one. You just drive and kill zombies. You play enough rounds. It's whatever. It's whatever. You know, you can get 5,000 gamer score because it's got 4 title updates, so it's worth it. The value is there for your money. But as you can see, this is what is sort of, you know, causing me to crush 100,000 gamer score so quickly because of title updates like this. So that's why I want to slow down in the next 100,000. But let's move on. Let's move on. I would recommend you get this if you're a gamer score person. Grab it on sale. All right, that's my recommendation. Zombie Derby 2, same thing. I think this one's a bit more annoying than Zombie Derby Pixel Survival. So if you don't want to spend, as you can see, almost 3 hours on this game, don't grab it. If you're okay spending a little bit more time on a game, go ahead and pick up Zombie Derby 2 when it's on sale. $5 US. Yeah, it's worth it for the gamer score, and if you're okay with that, a little bit of extra time. All right, Headbangers in Holiday Hell. I think I had a lot of fun with this one, actually. Now that I think about it, Headbangers on a Holiday Hell, even though it was like 26 minutes, it was very quick. I think I had a really good time with it, so I would recommend it. Get it on sale for sure. I think it was fun. But yeah, it's a gamer score game. It's only 1,000 gamer score, so consider that in your pricing. All right, to the Enigma machine. Skip it. It was honestly kind of interesting the way that they approached the horror of the game. It was I think I had a bit of fun with it. It was interesting figuring everything out. You'll need a guide to make it quick. As you can see, it took me 40 minutes, but if you use a guide, you'll get it done very quickly. The price is a bit up there, so wait for it on sale. I grabbed all of these games on sale. I didn't pay full price for most of them. Maybe 1 or 2 of them I paid full price for. But yeah, do not worry about picking up this game if you are looking for a quick gamer score game. But you know, this one was long-ish for a quick gamer score game, in my opinion. Most of the time, a quick one is what I'm looking for, not something that takes me 40 minutes. I wasn't using a guide for the entire thing, so maybe that's why. But I was using a guide for a lot of it, I'll be honest. Okay, anyways, that's the Enigma machine. Get it if you feel like it. I thought it was actually pretty interesting, but I wouldn't play it again. I did not enjoy it a ton. And hey, it's like $10 US, it looks like. All right, Lost Snowmen. I'd say skip it. It's interesting, but some of the title updates are a little bit annoying. And the one good thing about it is it's $5 US for 5,000 gamer score, so that's where it becomes worth it. Up to you if you want to do it. I wouldn't recommend it. The gameplay is a little bit dull, but if you like gamer score, go for it. Escape sequence. Skip it. Unless you like puzzle games where you have to follow exact patterns, literally exact movements to make sure that you complete the puzzle, skip it, because this is very boring. You need a guide if you're going to go through it, or you're going to spend hours on each level. As you can see, I spent 1 hour and 18 minutes because I got hung up on areas. I had to follow a guide for every single level or else I wasn't going to beat it. And even when I was following a guide, I was messing up because some of those levels take so many inputs to complete. It's actually insane. But yeah. So escape sequence, I would not recommend it unless you are okay following a guide like to the letter. $5 US for 2,000 gamer score. So it's up to you if you want to grab it. Personally, I did not have fun, but it's interesting, I guess, if you're that type of player. All right, Dr. Atominus. I think I got only 1,000 gamer score this time around because of a title update. If I'm looking down here, yeah. Oh, no. Did I play it all? Oh, look at that. So I guess I played it all just in November of 2024. Yeah, it's $5 US for 2,000 gamer score. It was kind of fun. It was short, as you can see, 20 minutes. So if you're looking for an easy gamer score, that is kind of fun. This one was like, I had a decent time. It wasn't anything crazy. It's just like a side-scrolling type thing. So, you know, get it if you are interested. $5 US for 2,000 gamer score. So make that decision for yourself. I enjoyed my time. I remember this being pleasant and not terrible. All right, that'll tell you all you need to know, I guess. All right, Zombie Derby Pixel Survival Windows. This is not something I'm going to talk too much about. Whenever there's a Windows stack, I'm just going to skip it. Let's be honest, but I just want to show you guys that I am using also my PC that I'm recording on to get some gamer score. I'm not going to be doing that for this next 100,000 gamer score. I'm going to let all my title updates stack up. And then once I roll over to the next 600,000 gamer score, I'm probably going to take care of a lot of title updates and maybe jump into a few shovelware games. We'll see, but I want to limit my shovelware for this next 100,000 gamer score. Okay, anyways, so yeah, we're not talking about this one too much. It's the same price as you know, the Xbox version, so make your decision based off of what I said earlier if you value my opinion on easy gamer score games. All right, Synchro Hedgehogs. I think I did enjoy this one. I followed a guide for portions of it, but this one was a fun puzzle game. Honestly, it was an interesting time. It only took me half an hour, so very, very quick overall. And it's only $5 US, so I'd say it's worth it if you want 3,000 gamer score. You know, just having that many title updates is nice, and it was a decent time to play. Honestly, just going through all those levels was like simple, but you know, entertaining. Micegard, this one, I think this one you can go into like God mode or whatever you want to say. You can go into a state where you can't take damage at all. This is also the Windows stack here, so I'm not going to talk about the Xbox version until I'm not going to talk about the Xbox version at all. Actually, we're going to skip over that. But yeah. So I've only gotten 2,000 gamer score in this one, and the achievements are really simple for all these title updates. You just need to complete levels and stuff like that and continue playing. So you'll have no issue completing this game if that is what you want, and going into God mode makes this a cakewalk. It's $10 US, around $10 US. So, you know, 4,000 bucks for $10 US. Up to you if you want to check it out. I'd say the value is there for the gamer score, but it's not the most entertaining game. It's interesting. It's interesting. I think it's a generally interesting game to play, but it really gets boring pretty quick if you ask me. All right, Trash is Fun. Once again, a Brian Media game. This one is like a tower defense-ish type game. I'm not sure exactly how to describe it, but you're like, it's kind of like Overcooked. Is that the game I'm thinking of? Overcooked or Diner Dash, crap like that. You know what I mean? Like where you're just like sort of doing multiple tasks and also fending off enemies and stuff like that. So it's like you're going to get really overwhelmed and you have to survive as long as possible. And a lot of the achievements are related to like getting high scores and, you know, killing enemies. I don't even know if you can kill enemies. But yeah, this one, I would say skip it if you're looking for a good and fun game. But if you want gamer score, go ahead and check out Trash is Fun, because $5 US for 5,000 gamer score is pretty good value. It's just a bit tedious. I don't really enjoy it when I play it. So I'd say, you know, get it for the gamer score and expect to be like kind of annoyed with how difficult some of the game is, because it just gets annoying at some points if you're not prepared and not paying attention all the time. That is the Windows stack, by the way, so I'm not going to talk about the Xbox One version later on. All right, Quartz Cavern Windows. Yeah, not much to say about this game. It's very similar to a lot of the other games we've been looking at. It's $5 US, and it is 3,000 gamer score for $5 US. I think they're releasing more and more title updates. I don't know when the last one was, but I haven't played it on Windows in a while, and I won't be for a while probably. This one, honestly, I really like the gameplay and the feel of the game, so it's not the most boring thing ever. However, it is just like, it's nothing crazy new, if you ask me. But I did like how you had progression in the game where you didn't start off with everything all at once. You had to like continue on and collect items, which would, you know, grant you new abilities. So I appreciate what they did with Quartz Caverns. I just think something's missing from the game, but it is an indie game. So you got to appreciate a lot of these games for what they are, indie games. They're like one or two developers working on these games. So I think there's like a lot of, there's a lot that you can get from these games if you like give them the time. But we're here for gamer score, and unfortunately all I cared about was the achievements. I wasn't looking at every single facet of the level, and you can skip through a lot of levels by going to the portal in the level that lets you take a shortcut. So, you know, use that information as you will. You can sort of speed run this. As you can see, 23 minutes for the base game, and I think a lot of the title update games are simply just sort of going through the rest of the game. Like if we look at the title updates, it just asks you to get 20 gems, which is something you do no matter what. So basically, if you just dash 50 times, if you buy this game right now, all you have to do is complete all the way up to the 18th stage, and you will unlock all of the achievements, because all the other achievements will unlock along the way. Take that sort of as you will. That is $5 US for 3,000 gamer score on Windows, and there's also an Xbox One version. So yeah, I had a decent time with it. I'll tell you that much. All right, Paradox Error. Skip this one. Skip it. I hate this one. I'll tell you that much. I hate this one. This one sucks. I wasted 35 minutes of my life on this one. I got 4,000 gamer score. That's the only thing I got from this game, 4,000 gamer score. The gameplay is garbage. No offense, guys. No offense, East Asia Soft. But I was so frustrated playing this game. The hitbox that your character has is so frustratingly like large. So like you die when you don't want to, and the levels last way longer than they should. The movement is so not fun. This one, I did not enjoy. Skip it. If you already bought it when it was on sale, go ahead and give it a shot, but do not buy it. Don't waste your money unless you're looking to be tortured. It doesn't take too long. As you can see, it took me 35 minutes, but just skip it. Just skip it. I would recommend you 100% just skip it. You know, I don't even want to think about that one anymore. Paradox Error, see you in the past. Never playing that again. All right. Even if it gets a title update, I'm not going to play it unless I really want to. Although if I have to play it because it got a title update and I don't want that extra gamer score, you know, it's going to hurt my completion percentage. I have to play it. Hold on. All right, whatever. We'll deal with that in the future. If a title update comes for Paradox Error, I'll have to think about it, I guess. But let's move on to Aborigenus. This one, I think I actually enjoyed this one. Now that I'm like recalling it, I think I actually had a good time playing this one. I'm just trying to like sort of think about it. There were some achievements that were a little bit annoying that I had to backtrack for. Grim and Merciless. I think it was like the one where you had to level up a certain amount. It took me a while because I didn't do enough or I didn't collect enough stuff. I don't really know. I think I actually really enjoyed this one. Aborigenus. This was a good game. Flying Islands team. Shout out to you guys. I think this was fun. I had fun with this platformer. It was different than all the rest that I've played. This one stands out in my mind, so would definitely recommend it for $5 US, and you get 2,000 gamer score. The value is kind of there for gamer score, but I think you can actually get a pretty fun indie game from this one, so it's worth checking out. Tony and Clyde. This one I had a lot of fun with. It was a bullet hell shoot 'em up, I guess is the genre. If you look on the right side here, they call it shoot 'em up. Yeah, Tony and Clyde, pretty fun. They have 4,500 achievements for 42 gamer score. Which are, wait, 4,500 gamer score for 42 achievements. A lot of it is like, watch this cutscene, finish this cutscene, stuff like that. It's overall really simple. Some of the wording on the achievements is kind of weird. Yeah, I'd recommend it because it was a pretty fun time to play. I had a blast with it. DCF Studios, shout out to you guys. Tony and Clyde was a very fun game. For 15 bucks though, it is pretty expensive. Consider that if you pick it up, grab it on sale if you can. That's what I did. I grabbed it on sale. Yeah, I think Tony and Clyde was pretty well done. It was pretty fun. It was bullet hell, shoot 'em up type stuff. And yeah, my recommendation, play it. 4,500 gamer score, not too bad for, you know, potentially $8 if it's on sale, or maybe even less. I don't remember what I paid for it. All right, next up is Null Drifter. Null Drifter, it took me 53 minutes because I think there's just a really grindy achievement at the end to play the game 10 times, unlock 5 pallets, collect 48 boosters. It's a bit of a grindy game, and it's a very straightforward, simple game. You're just looping this sort of a bunch of levels and stuff like that. It's really nothing crazy, nothing special with this game. However, it is not boring. 100%. I had a lot of fun with it. It was another shoot 'em up, I guess, technically. If you're judging the genre over here, it's another shoot 'em up. If you want, play it. $5 US and less when it's on sale. It was a good time. I remember having fun with this, but some of it was just a little bit like boring. I was like, oh my god, can we skip past this grind? But yeah, it's a fun indie game. I'd give that a chance if I were you. And you're looking for 4,000 gamer score for $5, you know, pretty good deal. All right, we're skipping Zombie Derby. Oh wait, have I talked about Zombie Derby? I talked about Zombie Derby Pixel Survival and 2. I don't think I talked about Zombie Derby. It's the same thing as the previous ones, just with a different coat of paint, and you have different achievements. This one is easier than Zombie Derby 2, or no, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. It took me an hour and 3 minutes to get the base, to get 4,000 gamer score. What does the 5,000 gamer score look like? Is it hard? It looks like it's going to be annoying. Completing up to 5 levels can be annoying in these games because of how much time it takes you to get all of that equipment unlocked. You have to like continuously run through levels just to get enough to progress in the level. So that's the way that this game works, and that's a gameplay loop. It's this game is $5 US for 5,000 gamer score. Kind of worth it, but I'd recommend just skipping it if you're gonna play all the other Zombie Derby games. I mean, Grind Media, they have pretty good gamer score games, and you can do a lot. You can get a lot of gamer score from their catalog. It's just like, this is a lot of the same with Zombie Derby 1, 2, and Pixel Survival. So it's up to you. If you like the other games, check this out. But I think I preferred Pixel Survival the most throughout the entire catalog. I don't know. I think I just enjoyed that one the most. But that's besides the point. We're talking about Zombie Derby Windows version, I guess both Windows and Xbox Live. 5,000 gamer score for $5 US, pretty good value, and decent gameplay loop if you're into that kind of game. All right, anyways, let's move on. Let's go ahead and talk about, oh no, Trash is fun. Trash is fun. So I've already talked about this game. We're gonna skip it. Let's move on. Oh, there we go. Zombie Derby. We've already talked about this game. We're gonna skip it. Let's move on. Oh wait, actually, look at that. Look at that. 2 hours. It took me 2 hours to get all 5,000 gamer score in this game. So consider that with your purchase of Zombie Derby. It might take some time to unlock all of the achievements if you don't want to spend 2 hours getting them, right? All right, Boundland. This one took me 26 minutes and it has 3,000 gamer score. I think I had a fun time with this one. I think this one was actually kind of fun. It was unique-ish. I think it reminded me of Super Meat Boy. I'm not too sure. It's a platformer type of game. Yeah, I don't know. It's nothing crazy special. However, it was fun for the 26 minutes that I played it for, so it was really easy to complete, and it has 3,000 gamer score for only $5 US. So I'd recommend Boundland if you're looking for some good gamer score, good value for the gamer score, and good value for a little bit of entertainment. So yeah, go for it. All right, ReactorX 2, skip it. I don't know. This one is like just a simple puzzle game. It's got how many levels? It has 10 levels. Really? Only 10? Oh, no. It asks you to go to level 20. So the base game asks you to go to level 10, and that's where I'd say the game is interesting up until. After that, it's a lot of the same thing. It gets pretty boring. Obviously, the value is there for the gamer gamer score. You've got $5 US for 5,000 gamer score. Oh, does it actually ask you to go to level 30? No way. Oh my God, level 30. Like getting to level 30 did get pretty boring. They added different things to add a little bit of difficulty as time went through, as you like progress through the levels, but it was a lot of the same thing, just turning on reactors, which in a game called ReactorX 2, what else are you going to expect? It's an indie game. It's a very straightforward puzzle game. So, you know, if you're into that kind of thing, I'd give it a shot. It challenges your brain a little bit, but I'd say skip it if you're looking for something more engaging than a puzzle, right? But the value is there for the gamer score. Always consider that. All right, Micegard, we talked about this. Skip it. Happy Basudei, happy birthday. This one is like kind of weird. It's kind of weird, I'm gonna be honest, the way that the game plays, but it's very easy to unlock all the gamer score. You can see 30 minutes and I have all 5,000 gamer score. So yeah, give it a shot if you're interested. You're gonna unlock a lot of achievements just by playing until the end of the game to unlock that achievement. I think, yeah, you need to complete World 3-3. You're gonna get a lot of the achievements just by playing until the end of the game. $5 US for 5,000 gamer score. The value, of course, is there, so it may be worth it for people looking to get easy gamer score. I didn't personally enjoy the controls and the way the game played. I don't even like the way the game looks, to be honest. It's off-putting. Maybe that's the point. I don't know. I didn't really enjoy this one as much as I wish I did. Some of these other easy gamer score games I really enjoyed. All right, anyways, let's move on to Crushborgs. I haven't talked about this. I don't think I talked about this. Yeah, I haven't talked about this in this video at the very least. I talked about it in a previous video. This one's kind of fun. The title updates are simple. The gameplay is kind of fun. You're just like, it's a platformer, run and gun type stuff. It's kind of like Contra, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game. But yeah, it's just like a very simple, straightforward game where you're shooting a bunch of enemies, running away from them, you know, progressing through the level, going over, you know, different areas and jumping up and stuff like that. And you don't have a level select. So if you die like on level 8, I don't know if you reset at the beginning of level 8 or you go all the way back to level 1, but there is a way to get infinite lives. So I think I had a blast playing this game. A little bit of a blast. If you can talk about like maybe a mini blast, I had a mini blast playing this game. You know, it was a good time. It was a fun time. 40 minutes for 3,000 gamer score and $5. The value is there and the time is there, so nothing terrible. But don't hold your breath for this one, if you ask me. All right, Beyond Border. This is one of the easy gamer score games that I look at and I remember I actually had a lot of fun with. This one was a lot of fun. It's another shoot 'em up bullet hell type thing, and I think I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it. It took me an hour and 16 minutes to get to 3,000 gamer score, only because I kept making mistakes, but you can get all the gamer score in this game if you start fresh and get it done in probably like 40 minutes. Yeah, $5 US for 3,000 gamer score. Pretty fun game. I would recommend checking it out. Beyond Border was a fun time, and I think I don't know what I think. I've been talking about so many different easy gamer score games. I'm getting kind of tired of it, but as you can see, we're almost at the end. We've only got a few more left to go. Yeah, this one is a standout one for me. This one is one that I look back on, I'm like, wow, I had a blast playing that one. It was pretty fun. So let's go ahead and move on. Check it out. $5 US or 3,000 gamer score. I think the value is there, especially because it's fun. All right, Bunny Battle Nemesis. Unfortunately, DCF Studios, I gotta talk poorly on this one. I didn't have any fun playing through this Bunny Battle Nemesis game, unfortunately. Let's go over the achievements very quickly just so I can talk about it, because DCF Studios, they were very nice to me and they actually provided me a copy of Bunny Battle Nemesis, and I was gonna make a video, but then that video was stretching out until like it became an hour-long session and I was not having fun at all. So I just figured, if I'm not having fun, what's the point of making a video on it? It's just gonna be a video where I'm just not having a good time. So I decided to just say, hey, you know what, screw it, we're gonna call it there. And then I just completed the game on my own time. So let's see, I started this on the 11th of April, and then it took me a few months to get back into the game because I just did not enjoy it. So I think you need to play through the game and get to the end, potentially, maybe the end at last, or is it? I think you need to play through the entire game, but I'm not 100% certain on that. And then you need to do like a few side activities where you need to you know, use a certain ability, do this many things, get a high enough combo, stuff like that. This is a pretty expensive game for easy gamer score. I'd grab it if it's on sale and you're interested in it. It is a bit of a different type of game from what I'm used to. I don't know. I found it a bit clunky, a bit boring, and a bit repetitive. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend this. However, if it's on sale, it's 1,000 gamer score, and it's only going to take you, it shouldn't take you 5 hours. I kept messing up and I kept doing terrible actions that really set back my progress. If you're doing things right, it could take you maybe 3 to 4 hours. So I think the time investment is what gets me and what makes me not enjoy this as much. If it was quicker, I would have, you know, better thoughts on it. But I was just like sitting here for an hour, just like not having a blast, getting tired of the game. That's what I have to say about Bunny Battle Nemesis. I would not recommend it unless it's on sale. And even then, like, it's going to take you some time. So it's not the easiest easy gamer score game. So yeah, there you go. Bunny Battle Nemesis. Let's move on to Stunt Paradise. Stunt Paradise, another Brian Media game. Shout out to Brian Media. I actually really enjoy the Stunt Paradise games. You can skip all of the achievements. You can unlock every single one of the achievements by pressing every button on the controller. So I think if you press everything all at once, you can unlock all the achievements. So if you are looking for a game that you can complete in literally an instant, you can get 5,000 gamer score in an instant, go ahead. I don't want to do that. I'll say that much. I don't want to do that because that just doesn't sound fun. I actually do enjoy Stunt Paradise. Like, it's a fun game to try and figure out the best way to go about it and like have to play perfectly. I've had a blast playing Stunt Paradise, so I'd recommend you play it for real. But if you're just looking for gamer score, looking to get things done like that, there's a Windows stack and there is an Xbox One stack. Yeah, looks like it. Oh yeah, Xbox One. And there's no Xbox Series X version, so there's only Windows and Xbox. If you pick it up, you can get 10,000 gamer score just by holding all the buttons on the controller. So your call if you want to approach it that way. I'd recommend playing the game both times on both Windows and Xbox, actually playing it, because I had fun. That's what I'm going to do in the future. I'm going to play the Windows version and actually go through it all over again once they stop making updates for the game, because they keep dropping updates. They keep making you go to like level 50. It's kind of crazy. I'm hoping they stop dropping updates, but I'll welcome one more update. Maybe I'll go to level 60. I just don't want to go like to level 100. All right. I do not enjoy some levels. Some of them are very difficult, but that's part of the challenge. And that's what makes this one stand out to me as well amongst the easy gamer score games, because there are some areas that are actually challenging. And it took me 3 hours, 30 minutes to get to level 50. So consider that as well. And this one is actually more expensive from Brian Media's catalog. It's $10. I guess it's $9 US, somewhere around there. And you get 5,000 gamer score out of it. If you grab it on sale, it's going to be cheaper. So yeah, use that to inform your decision. I'll say this much. I would recommend it. I had fun. I have a lot of fun with that game. It's also pretty epic. If you ask me, like the way that the car goes, it's pretty fun. I like it. All right, The End of the Age, a Pedro F Studio title. Nothing too crazy about this game. It's separated into 30 levels. You have to complete up to stage 30, and it's just a platformer where you have to go through the areas. I had some annoying deaths on this one, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, the hitbox on your character is a little bit too big, if you ask me. But it only took me 32 minutes to unlock 1,000 gamer score. They're probably gonna add a title update, although, you know, it's been a few months and they have not, so we'll see. Yeah, we're just waiting on that if they do drop that. But The End of the Age, it's only $5 US, and it's got 3 versions: Xbox One, Series X, and Windows. So if you're looking for 3,000 gamer score fairly easily, this is one way to do it. There's one way to do it. The End of the Age. You can complete it pretty quickly. It's just a bit tedious because it's a lot of the same. Every level is just a lot of the same. All right, Marshmallow Marvin. This game is $5 US, and you get 3,000 gamer score. So the value in terms of gamer score is there, and the gameplay is not terrible. If you ask me, I think the gameplay is not terrible. I think it's just a lot of the same. It's another game that is just a lot of the same, and you just go through areas and jump around and, you know, make it to the exit. It's just a lot of the same. So if you're into that type of stuff, give it a shot. But it does get boring. So it's easy enough, if you ask me, because I've only played 22 minutes and I got all of the achievements. So you can consider that. You can consider that if you are looking to, you know, check this game out, or you're looking for a quicker gamer score game. Marshmallow Marvin is honestly not a bad choice. All right, Run, Elric. That's what I like to call it. You could just say Run Elric, but every time I look at it, I have to read Run, Elric, because you don't normally see games with commas in it. So it just stood out to me for some reason. But anyways, another Pedro F Studio game. This one was very similar to the previous one that we just looked at, which was called, what was that called? End of the Age? End of the Age. I think it's End of the Age. But yeah. This one is about $5 US. You get 1,000 gamer score, and it only takes you about half an hour. And it's another one where you just run to the exit. You're just running to the exit, and that is about it. You have to collect coins to get to the exit, and then it opens up for you. Then you leave. So it's just a lot of that, a lot of repetitive stuff. If you're looking for easy gamer score, this one was pretty easy. But if you're not interested, skip it. That's what I have to say. All right, Pixel Gladiator. This is another one that stands out to me. I had a blast with this. I played this one on stream. I also played a few of the other games on stream, but I played this one on stream, and I think it was very fun. I was impressed by the game with you know, the variety of things you could do and the way you could approach certain areas. It was a strategy game and a tower defense game, as you can see on the right side in the genres. So Pixel Gladiator, out of all of the easy gamer score games I completed, this one was the most difficult, but it was also the most rewarding and the most fun. So if there is another Pixel Gladiator game, I don't know if there is, I'd be interested in playing that, because I had so much fun with Pixel Gladiator. Like it took a lot of work to get through some sections, and you know, you had to learn things, but that's that's the kind of the fun thing about it, the like difficulty it had. You had to like approach things perfectly in some areas, and I would recommend Pixel Gladiator. It was a lot of fun. It's only $5 US, and you get 2,000 gamer score. Give it a shot. Obviously, consider the time investment. If you're not looking to play for 2 hours like I did, maybe follow a guide or just don't play the game because you don't want to play for that long. But an hour and 45 minutes is pretty decent for a game that I had a lot of fun with. All right, we're nearing the end of the shovelware. We are very close. Capybara goes to space, another PagerF Studio game. That means you have to complete 30 levels, and that's it. Yeah, nothing special with this one, if you ask me, other than there's combat in this one, so it's a little bit more interesting. It is $5 US for 3,000 gamer score. You know, use that to inform your decision, but I'd grab this one on sale if I'd grab it at all. The value is there for gamer score. It has that going for it, but again, it's a platformer. It's very quick, and you're just running through trying to get to the end of the level, that type of stuff. Night of the Keep, we have another PagerF Studio game. Again, it is just as simple as running through a level. The combat in this game is so annoying. It is so just trash, if you don't mind me saying. I'm sorry, PagerF Studios, but I did not enjoy the combat in this game. It was so difficult to land a hit on enemies, and you have 3 lives to get through levels. So when there are so many enemies on the level, you have to be really particular in your movement, and they can get some bullshit damage in on you. I did not enjoy this one as much as I was hoping. It's another like 30 level game, so you just complete 30 levels and get all the achievements. But some of those levels, oh my god, I took way too long on. I did not enjoy Night of the Keep as much as I would have liked. But $5 US for 1,000 gamer score, and it only took me 38 minutes. So since it's a PagerF Studio game, you can almost guarantee they're going to release a title update. We'll have to see about that. So it may increase the value as time goes on. I'd say wait it out, maybe monitor this game for sales. Definitely grab it on sale, and that might be more bang for your buck if you're looking for gamer score, right? All right, and now we are on the last game. This is the one that kind of made me think I'm hurting myself by playing shovelware, because this was one that was very similar to the one that we talked about earlier, Escape Sequence. Is that what it was called? I think it was called Escape Sequence. But yeah, Sokomage is another one where you have to go through levels. I don't know exactly how many levels I had to complete. I think it's 18. I think I had to complete 18 levels. So yeah, you have to complete 18 levels, and it's just another one where you have to make perfect movements and do things perfectly. You have to basically move ice blocks that get pushed into a hole, and then you can walk over that ice block, and then you can make it to a new area. And then you have to make sure you're moving things perfectly, because if you push an ice block into a corner, you are then going to get it stuck there, and then you have to press X to backtrack and, you know, cancel out your moves. So it just gets a little bit tedious, a little bit annoying, and I had to follow guides. When it came to some of the later levels. Like, I thought I was doing well in the beginning, but I had to follow some of the guides. It got really annoying. The only levels I really liked were the ones with arrows, where you would put ice onto the arrows, and then the arrows would push the ice in multiple directions, and then you would have to like choose the perfect starting point to be able to get it to where it's supposed to go. So I actually really liked that portion of the game. That surprised me, my enjoyment of that. But otherwise, I'd say avoid Sokomage unless you're down to just follow a guide to the letter, which I was not. I did not want to do that. 4,000 gamer score for $5. The value is there for gamer score, but consider the fun factor if you're interested in the fun factor. Obviously, if you're interested in only gamer score, you can beat this game in 45 minutes. It took me an hour and 21 minutes because I wasn't following a guide for a portion of time. And even when I was following a guide, I was making mistakes. It was so monotonous, so crazy how long some of the things took. So yeah, I'd recommend it if you're looking for gamer score only, not for a fun game. It's I did not enjoy it. But with that, that is the last of the puzzle games that are last of the puzzle games. That's the last of the easy gamer score games, the shovelware. We're not talking about them anymore. Right now, we are only going to be talking about the games that I actually, would want to play if I wasn't an achievement hunter. Basically, that's how I want to consider it. I want to consider the easy gamer score games not as games that I don't want to play, but if I wasn't an achievement hunter, where would be the value in playing those? You know what I mean? So we're jumping into the games that I would want to play, and I would recommend if you were just a standard gamer. You were just someone that was trying to game and play these games. You know what I mean? Indie games have their place. They deserve to be on the Xbox marketplace. They deserve to be played 100%. But just know, if it's just shovelware and it's just nonsense that is used for gamer score, then that's where it loses its value in my point of view. I think something that is like Beyond Border or like Pixel Gladiator, those are easy gamer score games, but they're so fun. I had so much fun with them. So I think if you're going to make an easy gamer score game, make it fun. Please make it fun. Don't just make it shovelware. I think shovelware is best defined as just busy work. You know, it's work. You're digging. It's just, you're shoveling gamer score. All right, just think of it as that, if you ask me. All right. There's my rant. My rant is over. I talked about, I don't even want to know how many Easy Gamer Score games I actually should have counted. I'll put it on screen right now. I'll count all the tabs that were open at the beginning, and that's how many Easy Gamer Score games I played. Who knows what that equates to in Gamer Score? I am not looking. I would be actually sad if it was like, you know, 75k Gamer Score. I have a feeling it is. It's got to be 75k Gamer Score just on Shovelware. That's part of my motivation for not doing as much Shovelware in the next 100,000. All right, with that being said, don't worry about what's up there. Don't worry about that. All right, we're gonna be looking at the achievements. Let me just go ahead and pop it up, and we'll go ahead and move on. All right, okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the games. Let's not talk about Jack Black and Jason Momoa. They were doing their thing. Leave them alone. Let them be. Yeah, ArborGX likes to show us stuff whenever we open new tabs, so that was just a fun little surprise for us. Hey, you know what? It's not based off of my search history, I promise. All right, I promise. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the games that I would play if I wasn't an achievement hunter. And I actually really like that perspective on this because, you know, people want to play shovelware and indie games. They deserve to be played, like I said. But I really like the perspective of these games that I'm talking about right here. These larger games are games that I would have played if I wasn't an achievement hunter. So I like that way of looking because it's true. I would play every single one of these games if I wasn't an achievement hunter because all these games I'm interested in. All right. I think that's a great way of looking at it. All right. Anyways, Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. So much love for this game. So much love for this game. So this game means so much to me in many different ways. One, let's go ahead and talk about the gameplay, and let's get the obvious out of the way. Actually, Jet Set Radio. Jet Set Radio inspired. It's so fun. I had such a blast with Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. I would 100% recommend you play this game if you were a fan of Jet Set Radio. If you weren't a fan of Jet Set Radio, the movement in this game is so fun. It's so damn fun to navigate. You can get really sophisticated with the movement and just like build up your combos. Oh, I had such a blast with Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. The style of this game, the music in this game, holy. There's a reason. I have a second channel, a video essay channel. Nearly every one of my video essay channel videos has Bomb Rush Cyberfunk music in the background because I loved the soundtrack in this game. It is so good. It is so good. Definitely check out Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. If you're going to check out any game that I recommend today, Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, I highly recommend it. There's a reason that and Jet Set Radio were the games that I played on stream because I had such a blast with both of them. That was my very first stream ever. I played both of those on stream and I had so much fun. Oh my God. Jet Set Radio and Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. I love them. I love them. We're not talking about Jet Set, but you can't talk about Bomb Rush without talking about Jet Set because Bomb Rush carries the spirit of Jet Set. So, yeah, all right, let's talk about the achievements. We're supposed to talk about the achievements, aren't we? Aren't we? My bad. I just started gushing. I started gushing about Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. But these achievements are honestly pretty straightforward. They're all not missable, so I really appreciate that. We don't need to go too crazy in depth with the achievements in this game. However, I think it's worth it for us to give a good highlight and a good overview of the achievements just so that way you can sort of see the experiences I went through with this 100,000 gamer score with these 21 games. I don't think I mentioned the number. I counted the amount of tabs I have open. There's 21. There's 21 games that I am going to be discussing today that are not shovelware. That's an important distinction. All right. So it took me 18 hours to complete this game. So yeah, right about 15 to 20 hours to get all the achievements in this game. There are 23 achievements, and I honestly wish there were more because I had so much fun. Basically, this game, all that you really need to do is just locate every graffiti spot, which is just where you tag walls and stuff like that. And you need to hit every single graffiti spot. And you need to complete the story. You need to get high scores in every single level. And that's kind of all of the difficult stuff. If you ask me, there's nothing too crazy aside from that. I wish they had more. I really wish they had more. But, you know, maybe there will be a follow-up game. Who really knows? Yeah, my favorite achievements in the game were getting high scores because the whole point of Bomb Rush Cyberfunk is to, you know, be flawless with movement, really like refine your movement, and getting a high score is basically the proof of that. If you ask me, like getting the high score is like, here's the best way I was able to hit these hit this high score combo, build it up because I'm skilled at the game. So I think Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, the gameplay loop is immaculate. Such a fun time. Would highly recommend checking out that game. All right, let's go ahead, move on to Fallout 3. This game, it was in my backlog. If we go ahead and look at the bottom of the game, somewhere around here, I started this game actually offline before. Oh, you know what? Adam, I'm calling you out, Adam. My friend Adam from when I was a kid. We played this on my Xbox, and then I think he took the game with him. I think he took the game with him, actually. I know my brother had a copy, but Adam just started this game with me on my profile, and then we never played it again. So yeah, I just had these 3 random achievements, and I had it for the longest time. That was probably in like 2012, 2011 even. It was like very, very long ago, but finally came around to completing Fallout 3. I think I talked about it in my previous 100,000 gamer score, because I was in the process of playing Fallout 3. I think I talked about it, but there's not much to talk about here. It's just like I had a blast playing through it. I followed a guide to get a lot of the missable achievements, just to make sure I didn't miss any of the missable achievements. Let's really quickly take a look at what is missable in this game, and I can talk about it maybe. Yeah, no, it was just like very simple, like play with good karma, bad karma, neutral karma. Like you just have to like reach certain levels, and it was very easy to get all these levels as long as you make a save beforehand. Completing side missions, very simple stuff, very simple stuff. And the DLCs were pretty fun from what I recall. Mothership Zeta, I think I really enjoyed that one. It was a little bit funky, but it was pretty fun. Yeah, that's kind of it. Not much to say. You can talk about Fallout 3 for days, but I can't really talk about it that much because I got to talk about so many other games. Just know I had a blast with this game. I think the gameplay was so fun. It is obviously like a bit older. 2008 is when it came out, so it is a bit older. Oh, you know what, now that I think about it, hold on, when I played it with Adam, we were definitely, it was 2008 or 9. We were very young when we played it. So I've had this game on my profile for quite some time, and it's great to see that I finally have it done. You know, it's always nice when you get that done. One thing that I have to talk about with Fallout 3 is if you're using cloud saves, which I think is, you have to use cloud saves on Xbox if I'm not mistaken, you are unfortunately going to be plagued a bloated cloud saved game storage problem, because my cloud saved games are clogged up by Fallout 3 saves. I've tried to delete almost all of my Fallout 3 save data, and it will not go away. I don't know what's going on with that. I got to give it another shot, because if I want to play any Xbox 360 games, I need to use cloud saves, so that way I can save it across, you know, my Xbox Series X and my Xbox One and my Xbox 360, that type of stuff. I got to look into that. But Fallout 3 really, it ate up so much storage because of all of the different saves I made. I made probably like 150. I made a lot of saves, so that's on me too. That's on me, but still, it took up a lot of storage. Anyways, Fallout 3 would definitely recommend. I had such a fun time playing through this. Glad to have it completed after so many years. Potentially 17 years. Well, I guess this was 2024, so maybe 16, 15 years, somewhere around there. All right, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I played this on the channel for a Let's Complete series. This was pretty fun. Honestly, I would highly recommend you check out this game. Check out any portions of my Let's Complete series if you're interested in just like how the game runs. But I talked about, when was the last time I talked about the Jedi series? I don't know if I was playing Jedi Survivor when I was talking about my previous 100,000 gamer score, but I'm done it now. And yeah, I would highly recommend it. I had so much fun. I think I enjoyed the previous game more, but I think Jedi Survivor added so many new things that I enjoyed so many more different aspects of it. Yeah, Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order are fantastic games. I'm so excited for the third one for this Jedi series. So fun. The only thing is there's a lot of collectibles. The collectible achievements in this game for collecting all the priorite shards, oh my god, it took me so long to collect all of the priorite shards. So yeah, that's my only gripe with the game. But all of the other achievements in this game, everything else I did in this game, the story of this game, everything, so good, so good. I had so much fun with this one. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. It's a good time. It's a pretty good time, and if they can make it a really solid trilogy, it'll be such a fantastic series to have all the achievements in. I'm looking forward to that. There you go. Star Wars Jedi Survivor would definitely recommend. It's on EA Play, which means it's on Game Pass Ultimate, so I didn't even pay for it, which is always a nice sight to see. All right, moving on to Worms 2 Armageddon. So this was a game that I had on my list for so long. I started it in May of 2013, as you can see. I think I just randomly played with friends one time and then never played it again. And I've had it on my profile ever since, sitting at 1 achievement out of 25. So I was like, hell yeah, it's time to get that thing done. And I think there were a few annoying aspects of it. If I'm looking at it right, use the ninja rope 100 times, 1,000 times. That was fine. There are a lot of achievements that are like, do X things X amount of times, complete the single player campaign. There's stuff like that. I think completing the single player campaign or maybe the DLC, one of them was the most annoying thing ever. One of them was so damn annoying. I think it was Retro 14, like one of these retro levels, one of these dumbass levels. I can't think about it. it. Maybe it was a puzzle level. So annoying. Some of the most annoying levels in, like, I would have never expected a worms level to be so irritating, but I got so irritated when I went for, I think, probably completing the single player campaign. One of the missions in the single player campaign just tortured me. It was so frustrating. It was so terrible. It was just like such bullshit AI. They could hit you perfectly and you had to line things up perfectly. I had to use a guide to complete some of the levels. At least I had to use a guide for. I remember that. And then obviously there is a multiplayer. So I tried finding people online that could play the multiplayer, but nobody was able to actually connect with me. I tried to connect with like 2 or 3 people and they could not connect to me at all. Worms 2 has a terrible matchmaking issue. Luckily, I have myself 2 Xbox 360s, so I was able to just load it up on both Xbox 360s, download it on both, and then I was able to unlock all the multiplayer achievements because they could match together. They could luckily connect to each other, maybe because I was on the same internet. Who really knows? But yeah, Worms 2, I'm glad I got that done. It's been removed from the Microsoft Store, so you can't even buy it anymore unless there's a physical version, which I don't think there is. So yeah, I'm very glad that's off my plate. Another game from the Xbox 360 era is done and I don't have to worry about it. And it's nice to have this one taken care of. Worms 2, Armageddon, done. Good riddance. It's fun to play with friends, but achievements are a bitch. All right, Saints Row 2. I think I was talking about this in the previous 100,000 gamer score. Yeah, I'm still playing this whenever I can with a friend, but we have not played it in a minute. As you can see, it took a year. It took a year for us to play even more of Saints Row 2. So yeah, it's not a priority right now. We're probably going to play that at some point, but there's all these co-op achievements that have to be completed. So if you look at the game, there are cooperative. There are 50 cooperative achievements, which is like you complete everything cooperatively in the main game. But if I look at this, it asks us to complete all missions in co-op for all these different game modes and all of these story missions. So if you're looking, complete all levels of all activities in co-op, you need to do every single side mission in co-op. You need to complete all campaign missions in co-op. You need to do everything in co-op to unlock all of the achievements. So there's no point doing anything solo until you do everything co-op. And then you can go later and collect everything by yourself if you really wanted to. But it's also better to collect everything co-op because multiple people can collect collectibles, which counts towards the collectible completion percentage. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's besides the point. There's also a multiplayer in the game, which is supposed to be pretty easy. I might have to grind that out soon just to make sure I'm done with the multiplayer. I kind of do want to get that out of the way. So if you catch me doing that, that's what's up. I don't even know. I might grind things on stream depending on how I'm feeling. Whenever I'm grinding, we'll see. If it involves me doing too much double boxing, maybe I don't. But if it's a simple grind, I think it might be fun to hop on stream. But yeah, that is Saints Row 2. Still have not completed it. Got 1 achievement since I last talked about this game. If we're looking at my achievement list, I got 1 achievement. Probably gonna stay that way. It's probably gonna stay that way for quite a while unless I get around to it. Who knows when I'll get around to it. All right, Alan Wake 2. This is the game I played for 400,000 gamer score, obviously. And at that point, I didn't complete the game. I've now completed it. I've now completed the story in Alan Wake 2, and a DLC came out, which I actually really enjoyed. I had a blast with the Night Springs DLC. I think it was so fun. So yeah, I would highly recommend Alan Wake 2. There are a lot of missable stuff. Yeah, there's 8 missable achievements, so you do have to come in with a guide if you're looking for the achievements, but honestly, it's so worth it. The story is so good. It's such a fun game. The only missable achievements in the game are in the DLC. I didn't know this. I actually didn't even take that in. There's only 1 missable achievement in the game, and it's for fully upgrading a single weapon. So as long as you do that, you're able to complete the game. I think because there's chapter select. I think that's why. But yeah, definitely worth checking out for achievements. If you want to play through the game normally and then you just get to mop up all the achievements, that's a great way to do it. You can approach it in whatever way you want, it looks like. Oh my god, I didn't even realize that. I thought there were actually missable achievements. Like you have to worry about all these collectibles, but you don't actually have to worry about them as you play through the game. You love to see it. Lake House DLC, I'll tell you this much. I kind of enjoyed it. There's an achievement that required you to speak with Dylan, which I found pretty cool because that's my name, obviously. But I think that's a Control character. Yeah, I think it's a character from Control, which brings me to another point that I want to talk about at some point. I guess I'm going to talk about it now. I do want to play through the rest of the Quantum Games or Remedy Entertainment universe, whatever. Quantum Games. No, it's Remedy is the studio. Quantum Break is a game and Control is also a game. So I want to play through both of those games and check those out because I'm such a fan of Alan Wake 1 and 2. I think that would be really fun to check those out. I don't know what other games has Remedy Entertainment made. Control, Quantum Break, and that's it. Crossfire X. I do not care about that. Whatever. Yeah. So Alan Wake 2 and Control are games that I definitely want to check out because I think they would just be such a blast. Or did I say Alan Wake 2? Control and Quantum Break are games that I want to check out. I've already played Alan Wake 2. All right, we have all the achievements. Already played it. Can you tell I've been talking for quite a long time? I'm getting a bit loopy, but I'm doing my best. Anyways, Alan Wake 2 would 100% recommend it if you're interested. I had such a fun time, and look at that, 31 hours to complete and right about 31 hours estimated to complete. So yeah, would definitely recommend. It's a great game. Great game. All right, Minecraft iOS. I don't even know why I popped this open. I guess I do have to talk about the Minecraft games. Yeah, I don't actually play it on iOS. I guess this is more of an easy gamerscore game now that I think about it. I shouldn't have put it in here, but I'm going to talk about it anyways. They always release achievements. They always release achievements, like 1 or 2 achievements at a time, and it gets really annoying seeing them pop up and having to jump back into the game. But you know what? It's not the biggest deal ever. It's only like 10 or 20 gamerscore at a time, but it keeps adding on more and more to the game as they bring out title updates. So it makes sense that they're going to add an achievement with a Minecraft update. So I have a lot of achievements in iOS and Windows that I need to collect. It looks like both iOS and Windows, I need to unlock that one new achievement that's down there. So really, I had it completed last time I played the game, but now I just need to hop in and mop up that one achievement, which looks like, I think I checked it out. It looks pretty easy. Place a dried gas block into water. It looks pretty easy. I think there's a specific seed to follow. That should be easy. Nothing crazy. Minecraft iOS and Minecraft Windows, same situation. For Xbox, I'm actually going to play that. For iOS and Windows, I loaded up a world and completed all the achievements in a world that was set up for achievements. Basically, you can download a community world and then open it up and get all the achievements that way. So that's what I did for that. It's cheap. Call me cheap, whatever you want to say, but that's how I did that one. And yeah, that's how I got the gamer score for Windows and iOS. But I honestly think I should have included this in the shovelware. I think I should have done that, but whatever. Not the biggest deal. All right, Pal World. Pal World, getting around to completing this someday. I can't believe they have 56 achievements total. It's kind of crazy. I think, are they still in early access? Released to be announced. They are still in early access. It's kind of crazy how they're in early access, but they just keep building onto the game. I guess, you know, they haven't hit version 1. I think the last time since I got, the last bit of gamer score, I went and I caught 90 different types of pals. No. Actually, I defeated the bosses. That's what I did. I defeated the bosses and, you know, made a little bit more progress. And then I think I got the Sakurajima update almost completed. Yeah, I got the Sakurajima update almost completed. It was just a ton of busy work, crafting 10,000 ingots, 20,000 ammo, 2,000 spheres, all that crap. It was just a lot of busy work that they added, so I just took care of that. I took care of this one here at midnight. Oh my god. That was December 24th at midnight? What am I doing? That's Christmas Eve. What am I doing? That's crazy. Got up Palladius. Holy. Hey, you know what? Got it at midnight. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, they added a bunch of achievements that I gotta look into. Obtaining 300 Lift Monk effigies is kind of annoying because I took so long to get all of the Lift Monk effigies if I can find them. 255, I think, is what I had to collect. Yeah, 255 Lift Monk effigies. So I have to collect 45 more. But they just keep adding on to the world and adding new locations. So whatever. They just have so much. They just have so much that they keep on adding. So I'll keep tackling this as it comes. And it shouldn't be too difficult. This game isn't difficult. It just requires a bit of a grind. And that's probably where it gets me because grinds take time. And I don't always have that much time. Oh, bounty tokens. They added bounty tokens. Interesting. Anyways, that is Pal World. Still haven't completed it, but you know, getting busy with it every now and then, going at it every now and again, just sort of eating away at it, but I'm focused on other games at the moment, that's for sure. All right, Resident Evil 6. This one was a nice one to knock off of my list. So the main thing holding me back for Resident Evil 6 was the multiplayer achievements, and once I got those out of the way, I was able to actually proceed and take care of all the other achievements. But yeah, if you see, they added an Onslaught game mode to the DLC. Oh, this is also, I should mention, on the Xbox 360 version, so not on the Xbox One version. So I have to load up my Xbox 360 games, my Xbox 360 consoles, and it's not backwards compatible too. But yeah, there's Survivors game mode, there is Onslaught game mode, and then there is Predator game mode, and it's just a bunch of garbage. It's just a bunch of garbage. Siege game mode, like for real. Siege was terrible. It was just so grindy. You have to play with a second person. For a lot of it, you can't even do it with a second controller because the second controller, if they're on the enemy team and they die, you basically lose all your progress and you don't make any progress in, you know, let's use maybe Survivors as an example. You need to defeat 100 agents. Maybe not that as an example. But there's like maybe Siege. Siege is actually a pretty good example. You need to defeat the BSAA as a creature without dying once, win 10 times. Maybe I'm not even using these as a good enough example, but I think you get where I'm coming from, where it's like you need to build up points and survive for so long. Maybe in the survive game mode, I don't even know, but like you need a human to be playing on the enemy team, basically. Yeah, send 2,000 enemies to your opponent's map. There you go. This is the one I was looking for. The onslaught game mode. So basically, as you kill enemies, those enemies then get sent to your opponent's map. And then if you kill enough enemies, you send a shit ton of enemies to the opponent's map, which means you need an enemy on the other team. You need a real person playing along with you. You can't use a dummy account and like two consoles. You need another person to be able to deal with those enemies, so they can also send enemies to you, so you can, you know, continue to send enemies to them. It's like a cycle. So that's my main gripe with this game. The multiplayer achievements were terrible. The campaign was also not that good. It was just a lot of cutscenes. It was like just cutscene to cutscene to cutscene. It was more of a cutscene game than a gameplay game. Some of the sets were cool. Gameplay was whatever. It's a Resident Evil game, older Resident Evil game. So, you know, if you like that type of game, it's kind of fun. It wasn't anything too crazy. I enjoyed a few sections of it and a few bits of gameplay in the main story. Yeah, if you're interested in the Resident Evil story, obviously this one continues it, but I know it's not as good as the rest. Which actually, let me go ahead and really quickly talk about Resident Evil 5 since we're talking about Resident Evil 6. So actually, let's go back to Resident Evil 6 really quick and let's see how long ago I actually started the game. It might not even have a date. It's saying 2012. So it took me 12 years. It took me 12 total years to get back into the game and unlock the remainder of the achievements. So that's always fun to see. It took me quite a while to get back into this game, but I finally unlocked all the achievements. Another backlog game has been completed. You love it. You love it. Started this as a kid and finished it as a man. anyways, Resident Evil 6 done, taken care of, very happy. And that same thing is going to be done with Resident Evil 5. As you can see, I started this game in February of 2012. What was the date here? October. Oh, wow. Look at that. So like only 8 months later. Yeah. Only 8 months later, I started up Resident Evil 6. But yeah, so I started playing this game with my brother, I think, in February of 2012. And now, back in 2025, I am going through it. Going through this game and currently working on the multiplayer versus mode over here. Where is it? Where is it? It is right over here. So there's a versus mode, and it just requires you to have 4 players for one game mode. No, 2 game modes require 4 players, and then another game mode only requires 2 players. So I had to work with someone else to get the 4-player achievements, and then now I'm working on the 2-player achievements by myself, and I only have 1 more multiplayer achievement left over, which is for winning 30 matches in Survivors. And once that is done, all I need to do is complete all of the other achievements in the game, which is going to be done just by myself. I'm thinking of doing this on stream at some point. So once I get around to it, this will be, you know, a game that we play on stream. And I think that'll be pretty damn fun. Keep an eye out for that. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go ahead and follow me on Twitch. If you're interested in seeing any live streams, of course, check that out. And yeah, I'll see you at the stream. Okay, moving on. Karaoke Revolution American Idol Encore. This one was honestly, oh my God, this one drove me insane. So let's take a look at when I started this game before I even had Xbox Live. I started this game before I even had Xbox Live, and I can almost guarantee I wasn't even the one playing this. That's the thing. I think it might have been my sister playing this. But you need to achieve platinum status for 1 performance, which is a pretty good score on a song. So whoever was playing was pretty good singing, which makes me think it was my sister. But yeah, we got this game probably 2008, 2009. I didn't even have Xbox Live at the time, and I had 1 achievement. So for the longest time, for most likely 15 years, I was, you know, sitting with 1 achievement in this game. So I took the time to grind it out and start getting all of the achievements. And there is a microphone exploit, whatever you want to say. You can turn down all of the music in the game, and then you just have the voice, and then you basically put the voice up to your speaker. So what I did was I put the microphone just right into the speaker of my headphone, and I blasted the volume, and it was hitting notes perfectly. There were some songs where you actually had to sing, so that's where I got a little bit annoying. I had a bunch of help from my girlfriend. She was pretty good at a lot of the songs, but it was very much like just so tedious to go through all of these songs. And sometimes like you'd have it on the headphone, and it would be like one run it would do 80% perfect, another run it would do 90% perfect. So it would be like every now and then it would get a perfect run. So you just have to keep replaying and replaying until you got it right. Sometimes what you had to do was let the headphones sing for a while, and then you pause it, take over, because the headphones can't sing this specific note, and then you hit that note yourself, and then you go ahead and pause the game again, put it back in the headphones. It was hectic. So I'm very glad to have that done, because you have to do that diamond status for 10 different songs. You need to get a perfect score through a full American Idol tournament. And if you look at this, I don't know how many songs you actually need to play. Expert difficulty level, oh my god, you need to do really well. And if you look at the full American Idol tournament, I don't even know how many total you need to play for these tournaments, but I remember there was like a good 16 songs. It was like such a lengthy amount of time for some of these achievements. Getting some of these out of the way was super annoying. And then what took even more time was scoring 10 million points. And oh no, look at this, you do need to achieve diamond status for every song on the disc. That was so annoying. Oh, actually platinum status is even higher. I know diamond status is even higher. My bad. But anyways, getting diamond status for every song on the disc, my voice is not doing that, I'll tell you that much. So I had to use the headphone trick to get that much. It was so just like tedious going through all of the different songs, letting it sing by itself, letting it get all of the, you know, notes correct. It was great. But then when it wouldn't get it correct, you'd have to watch the song and see where it messes up. And then you have to know when you have to sing yourself, and you have to get ready for that. And you don't even have to sing. You can go like, and that'll work. It's really a pitch thing more than anything else. It's not even like actually speaking. But it's still so annoying. So annoying. Karaoke Revolution, screw you. There was also an online mode where you had to play ranked, but all I did was just buy a second copy and a second microphone, actually. And I just did that with two consoles. That wasn't the worst thing ever. But what was the worst thing ever is the grind to score 50 million points. It took so long. What are they thinking with this achievement? Who is playing Karaoke Revolution American Idol Encore and getting 50 million points? Who's got that amount of time? Who's got that amount of energy in their throat? Like, this would take years to unlock if you're doing it legitimately. So obviously I used the headphone thing. There was like one specific song, I think it was called Time of the Season. It'll never leave my brain because it's stuck in my head. I think the Conjuring movie had that song in it, and I had flashbacks. I had flashbacks to Karaoke Revolution American Idol Encore and completing the achievements. It's the time of the season. I remember it too well. So I'm very glad to have Karaoke Revolution American Idol Encore done and in the past. That's what we need, okay? We need it in the past. We don't need to be thinking about it anymore. So this video is the last time I'm hoping to ever talk about it, okay? All right, so we're done with that. Karaoke Revolution American Idol Encore is done. Let's move on to Soul Calibur IV. So this one I enjoyed for the most part. The only thing is there's one achievement that sucked ass. But basically, you just need to play through the entire story, which is like 7 levels with every single character. So you just need to play through the entire story like 30 times. So it's not that hard to unlock all of the achievements. And it's not that hard to like grind out money to get everything. Like, look at these achievements. Perform 200 impacts, perform 100 soul crushes. You just have to play the game, and if you're playing this and just going through the levels, you're going to be able to do a lot and unlock a lot of achievements. The only one that took me forever, oh yeah, you also have to level up 20 times online, which was very easy. I was able to grind that with 2 consoles, super easy, so you don't need to worry about it. Fighting 100 times online, easy stuff, right? It's just, you know, you need a second person. That's the only thing. If I am looking for it right, if I search up Tower of Lost Souls, I think right here, cleared all upper floors of Tower of Lost Souls. So the tower's new guardian, this achievement right here, I made a video on it because I was so frustrated about it and I was so relieved when I got it done. It is so annoying, so terrible. There are 60 floors that you have to beat, and sometimes you like have to beat a set amount of floors, like 3 floors without losing, and you can only bring in like 3 characters, or sometimes you can only bring in 1 character. So it is so terrible. The Tower of Lost Souls was such a torturous achievement to go for. I was very happy to get out of the way. And the worst thing is, I mean, maybe it's the best thing. The worst thing is the final boss can be cheesed. You don't even actually need to defeat the final boss. You can just get him to jump off the map. So it's like you go through all this struggle through the entire game, and then the last boss falls. And it's like, I'm glad it's over, but what the hell, man? What the hell? At least I got the achievement. Oh, what the hell? That's how it ends? That's how this stressful stuff ends? But yeah, this one, I think I had a lot of fun with a lot of sections in it, but fighting games are not my thing. I will tell you that much. I'm not good enough at some fighting games, and there was so much frustration in it. But looking at the achievements, we don't know when I started playing this game. It was before I had Xbox Live, so that tells you it was probably around 2009 that I started playing this game. So we could say it took me 15 years to complete Soul Calibur. I came back into it in December of 2024. And it took me about, oh wow, all the way to 27th of January. So it took me about 2 months to complete this game. And I tell you, the Tower of Lost Souls took so much out of me. It took so much work. It actually took so much work to clear the Tower of Lost Souls. Man, yeah, that was hard. That was hard stuff. Anyways, that is Soul Calibur 4 completed 15 years later. I had some fun with it. And I'm very glad to have it done. One Piece Odyssey. This one is one I played on the channel as well. I wish it was better. Like, I love One Piece. Obviously, I love One Piece. You can see I've got myself One Piece stuff in the background. I love One Piece. But it's just like, I wish it was better. Some anime games are not good at all. If you look at the One Piece games that are available for Xbox, One Piece World Seeker was a blast. Honestly, it was pretty fun. It was kind of like a Batman game, but just with a One Piece skin and a bit like dumbed down. It wasn't as good as a Batman game, obviously. But this game was like an RTS, maybe trying to be Persona. Or not RTS, what am I saying? It's turn-based. It had turn-based combat. I feel like it might have been trying to be Persona a little bit. And it just wasn't anything special. It took so long to walk around certain areas, and like the movement was so slow. Everything was pretty boring. Getting all the achievements kind of sucked too. Getting everyone past level 70 kind of sucked. Like a lot of it sucked. It's just the story was fine, you know? Clearing all side stories, that took a lot of time. Stuff like that. It had potential, and it kind of failed in my eyes. I wish it was better. And the DLC, terrible DLC. I will be honest. I like what they tried to go for, but they did it so poorly. Yeah. This game, I'd give it like, if I were to rate it out of 10, I'd give it a 4 or 5. And that 5 is only because it's One Piece. If it wasn't One Piece, I wouldn't care about this game. Oh, look at that. I actually did rate it. I gave it a 3.5. So look at that. Well, that's a 3.5 out of 5. So I guess I gave it a 7, but I wouldn't give that now. Looking back on it, I wouldn't give it a 7. I would give it even less. That tells you what you need to know, that, you know, the further away I am removed from it, the more I dislike it. So yeah, look at that. That is One Piece Odyssey talked about. We're done with that. I don't know. Not too much to say. Achievements are easy enough, but they're tedious and very boring. Actually, let's look at the amount of time it took me. 62 hours. It took 62 hours to complete that game. So, you know, it's going to take you quite some time to get all the achievements in it, and you're not going to have the most fun time. It's just tedious. It is just tedious. And it's like, the world is so empty, if you ask me. All right. And here I am. I'm holding a coaster. If you see something jump around, I don't know why I'm fidgeting right now, but I've got a coaster that I'm just messing around with, so don't mind that. But anyways, let's move on to Lost in Random. This one was a fun one. This one was a fun little game that was just honestly pretty well made, pretty interesting, great combat system. I think I had a lot of fun with this one. The way that the game works is you basically are fighting enemies, and they have like gems on them, and you shoot that gem and you get points or crystal energy, and you suck that in, and then with that crystal energy you can then roll a dice, and depending on how much energy you have the chance to get a high. Does it depend on the amount of energy you had? Hold on. I think, yeah, depending on the amount of energy you have, you can get up to 5 cards, and then those 5 cards have abilities. It's just fun. It's honestly good fun. It's a combat system I haven't seen before, and it was just really fun. The story was pretty decent too. I was surprised by the end of the story, so I would highly recommend it. There were some things that you could see coming, but yeah, for a kids game, like this is obviously pointed towards kids, it's pretty good. The story's good. It's talking about like society. We live in one, so it's talking about society, and it's honestly pretty interesting, and didn't take too long to complete. As you can see, 20 hours to complete. Not too bad at all. So check it out. It's one of the more unique games that I have played in the last little bit, so I'd be interested in playing the sequel to it. I know that got released. I just don't think I'll play it just yet. I'll wait for it. I'll wait for people to talk about the achievements and see how bad the achievements are, and then I'll make my decision. Yeah, Lost in Random. I would 100% recommend this one. Assassin's Creed Rogue Remastered. I don't know what else there is to say about an AC game. Assassin's Creed Rogue in particular is an interesting story, because for those of you who don't know, the story is about an assassin that turns Templar. So he basically betrays the Creed because he sees that they're going in a direction that he doesn't agree with. And that is such an interesting idea, but they don't execute it well enough, in my opinion. They don't execute it well enough, and they don't give the story enough time. The story is only 6 chapters long, if I'm remembering correctly. It is so short, but the entire game is bloated. Like, I mean, bloated is a negative word in my opinion, but it is negative. I'm trying to be negative, I guess. I'm just trying to express that like this game had so much potential. It could have been a longer story, and the large open world would have made more sense if there was more story to interact with and more story to chew on. Because when it came to the end of the game, the end of the story, I had hardly completed any of the open world. I had hardly done all of the collectibles. If the collectibles are there to, you know, continue my progress, if they're there, like, let's say there's something that helps me progress, they should, you know, not outweigh the story to this degree. Like I have an entire video where I talk about it. I'll put it in the description, or just go to my essay channel. That's where I talk about it. I just have a rant about that because I think this game could have been so good if it didn't have so much in terms of the collectibles when the story was so small. I don't know. I feel like if they actually paid attention to the story, hold on, let me rephrase a little bit of that. If they gave enough time to the story, it would have been a much more like it would have been just a much better game. 100%. Assassin's Creed Rogue is a great idea. Terrible execution. We can blame Ubisoft for that. They didn't give the developers and the writers enough time. They wanted it out alongside Unity. Everybody knows that. And it's just a little bit disappointing. It didn't get to like live out its potential, or live up to its potential. So yeah, hey, I got all the achievements in it. I'm working through the entire Assassin's Creed series, so you know, I had to knock that one out of the way. I'm glad to have it done. Didn't take too long. 32 hours is not too long at all. It's just a lot of grinding for a lot of different achievements. So that's where I kind of didn't enjoy it, but I enjoyed the gameplay, because who doesn't enjoy the ship gameplay in the Assassin's Creed Kenway saga at the very least. All right, moving on to Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I made a video about this as well on my second channel, just talking about one achievement in particular, which was Combat Specialist. So the main difficult achievement in this game is Combat Specialist. If you look at it, you need to surpass the first class rank or fight someone who has. And for this achievement, you know, you need to be on, I think it's the 5th highest tier, which requires around 700 games. So 700 ranked matches are needed to be played to get to that point, and that is if you win every single one. And so for me, I managed to have my 2 consoles connect to each other, and I was able to grind out ranked wins. And the thing is, not everybody is able to do that. So what ended up happening was I grinded out all of my ranked wins to 700, and I got the Combat Specialist achievement by surpassing the first class rank myself. So now I am able to unlock this achievement for everybody else. So I've been getting messages to unlock the achievement, and I'm more than happy to. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, it's such an insane grind. This achievement is such an insane grind. Nobody is willing to do it. And anybody who is willing to do it, they have to be lucky enough to connect to each other, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Because it's ranked matches, they limit the amount of times you can connect with a specific profile. For some reason, my 2 profiles on the same network were able to circumvent that. I don't know why. It was my dummy profile. Maybe that's part of the reason why, but it was such a grind. If you see, I don't know exactly where it is, but I literally moved. I moved, and I was still grinding this achievement out. I started playing this game in like February. Yeah, it looks like right after I beat Soul Calibur 4, I started playing this game. And then I'm still biting away at it, but I went from February all the way to May. It took me, how long is that? It took me 3 months to get 700 games completed, because it is so tedious. It is so tedious. So yeah, Combat Specialist was the main barrier to completing this game, getting 100%. That is done. Now there is a single achievement left, and it's just a really annoying achievement because I need to clear 320 missions in mission mode, and these missions are basically like perform a moveset, perform a specific moveset, a specific combo, and get it perfectly timed, and you got the mission completed. So I need to do that 320 times. The only thing is, each character has 10, let me see if I can open this up. Each character has 10 levels, and then, yeah. Here, let's look at this. Let's look at this. So each character has 10 levels, and you basically just need to go higher and higher in their missions, and you need to get to mission 10. But it's just like really difficult to get past mission 7 for a lot of these characters, and even mission 4 can be hard. So it's like there are only a total of 36, I do believe. There's a total of 36 characters, which means there's 360 missions available, which means you don't need to complete 40 of them. But that is about 88%. That is about 88% of the missions total that you need to clear, which means you have to average 8 or 9 on each character to unlock this achievement. And that is super annoying, super tedious. I am only down to, like, I've only gotten maybe 3 characters completed at most. It is so annoying. It is so annoying. You feel like you've got your moveset down, and then the game decides to not give it to you. I don't know. It's just a really frustrating achievement to go for. I dislike it. I'm just happy I got the Combat Specialist out of the way, and whenever I have free time, I will start working on this achievement. I just really have to be in the zone to clear these missions in mission mode. But anyways, holy, I've been talking for quite some time. Let's go ahead and move on to our next game, which is Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. This game, I'm pretty sure I probably talked about it in my last 100,000 gamer score. I didn't do anything different aside from the title update that released, which was the enhanced update, and it introduced Dark Rot. So the Dark Rot mode. So terrible. Let me give you a brief overview. I completed this on stream, so you know, some of you may have seen this, and I also have a video going through this playthrough. So terrible. Dark Rot mode, what does it mean? It means the game is even more difficult than the highest difficulty, I think. You can only take like 3 hits, and you only have 4 deaths. So it is incredibly terrible. So that means you die once, you die twice, you die 3 times, fine. You can die that many times. The 4th death is when you reset. which basically ends up being you can only die twice, and then your third time is your safety net, and then your fourth time is your permadeath. So if you're on your third death and you accidentally die, you're completely reset. So let's just say you only have 3 deaths, because 4 deaths, you get what I mean. You get what I mean. If you go all the way to the third death and you're playing and you accidentally die, then you reset completely. I hope you get what I'm saying there. I hope you get what I'm saying there. But anyways, the whole point of this game is the story. The combat in this game is not deserving of a mode like this 100%. The combat in this game is not fleshed out enough. It's not good enough. The hitboxes are not good enough. The way that the inputs are put, like the way that the inputs are made when you're fighting are not good. You can't cancel your inputs. Like if I'm attacking, I can't cancel it and dodge, which is what so many games are capable of. But this game forces you to play out your moves, which is like, okay, I guess I got to get better at spamming. But then sometimes when I spam, it doesn't actually spam. It just does 2 attacks out of the 5 that I spammed. So anyways, it's just really, really frustrating, really annoying. This was a terrible achievement to add. The game did not deserve this type of achievement because the combat system is not refined enough. And I think it was some dumbass executive that thought that, hey, you know what? This game needs a hard mode playthrough, because just like all other Souls games, they have a hard mode playthrough. Or I don't know about Souls games, but you get what I'm saying. Like all other games have like a hard mode playthrough. So let's give it to Senua Saga, because that's what people want. No, nobody wants this. This is not a game deserving of this. The combat system is not good enough for this. 100%. I love the game. I had a blast with the game playing through it the original time. I enjoyed the story. I did not enjoy this. This made me dislike the game significantly. So, yeah. And I also cheated. I used the save scum method that is outlined here. It's where you basically, if you die, you just go ahead and dashboard. But it's like, if you die, you delete your save data, which then closes out the game, which then allows you to jump back into the game, which then, you know, you can continue. You get what I mean? You continue without a death. But Senua Saga, Hellblade 2 is done. I'm very happy. Dark Rod is complete. It was terrible. Check out the stream if you're interested in the stream VOD. I am writing a video on my essay channel specifically about this topic because I was so frustrated by it. So keep your eye out for that if you're interested in that type of content. Let's move on. Senua Saga Hellblade 2. I'm glad that is now completed once again. Terrible achievement to add. Hitman 2. So I'm pretty sure I talked about this in the most recent 400k video. I'm pretty sure I did. But yeah, let's talk about it again. Hitman 2. So I used this actually to get close to 500k gamer score. I had an entire stream hitting 500k gamer score, and I used Hitman 2 to just sort of boost my gamer score that tiny bit. I think I specifically used, yeah, strategic disadvantage completing Nightcall on master difficulty, and what was it else? What else was it? I think I completed a contract. I set the high score on a contract, and I completed a featured contract. So I got these 2 achievements as well. So I got right around 60 gamer score, 50 gamer score. I got some additional gamer score to bump myself up to 500k with perfectly lining up the gamer score. That's basically what I use this game for. But my commitment, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed, I really want this game to be done by 600,000 gamer score. So that is my goal. Before I hit 600,000 gamer score, Hitman 2 is going to be 100% completed. I'm going to unlock all the achievements in it. That's just what I want. That's what I want. So I'm hoping to leave this game in the dust. Even though I really like the game, I want to move on to like World of Assassination, right? Is that what it's called? Yeah. I want to move on to Hitman World of Assassination. So Hitman 2, I'm hoping to have completed, so that way I can play the latest game and I don't have to play this older version of the game. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping to continue with the series rather than be stuck with Hitman 2. Either way, Hitman 2 is pretty fun. It's still a great game, but World of Assassination, I want to move on to it. So it would be good if we got this done. All right. Anyways, we're moving on to our last 2 games. And this is what I'm pretty proud of so far. We got GTA 5. My goal is to complete GTA 5 before I complete GTA 6, and it's looking like that is going to be hit. So the great thing is, so I'm only missing a few achievements. Let's talk about the achievements I'm missing because, well, actually, let's look at the achievements that I unlocked recently. Because the last time I unlocked an achievement in this game was in 2022, and now I'm back to unlocking achievements in this game, which I'm pretty happy about. So the 4th of September, I unlocked that achievement for earning platinum awards, but I think I probably, like, right around the end of August was playing the Doomsday Heist, because there are Doomsday achievements. Yes, there are. There are Doomsday Heist achievements that I'm going to be talking about. Yeah, August. As you can see here, August is when I got back into GTA 5. So let's really quickly talk about the achievements that I don't have in the game, because they should not be terrible. people aside from two. And I talked about this game in my, was it in my 600,000? No, 600,000. Was it in my 400,000 or my 300,000? I don't remember when the last time I talked about this game was, but I'm talking about it again right now because we are in the process of completing it. I'm not doing it on stream or anything like that. I'm doing it with a dedicated group, completing the criminal mastermind challenges in the Doomsday Heist. This one is very, very, very annoying, very, very difficult. Basically, the criminal mastermind challenge is that you need to complete Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3 with the same set of players, and you need to do this with 2 people, with 3 people, and with 4 people. So, or I should have done 3, 2, 4. I should have done that, but you get what I'm saying. You need to complete the criminal mastermind challenge, you need to complete the Doomsday Heist, every single act. You need to complete all of them with the same people 3 times over. So you need to get 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, and 4. And that's where it gets really hard because you have to play on hard. You cannot die. And I think those are the only constraints. And you cannot change teams, basically. You need to go through the entire acts with the same people. And if you die, you reset completely, and it's terrible. So what you have to resort to is if someone dies, you back out to the main menu, or not to the main menu, you back out to the Xbox dashboard. So you basically need to communicate perfectly with your team, and you need to be like, hey, I'm about to die, I'm getting shot a lot. And then once you die, you go, I'm dead. Go ahead and back out to the dashboard. You need to communicate so well. It is ridiculous the amount of effort that goes into this achievement. I have been lucky enough to have a decent enough team so far. I have completed Criminal Mastermind 2. That one was so stressful to take care of, but Criminal Mastermind 2 has officially been done, which means I completed it with 2 players. Now I'm working on Criminal Mastermind 3, which is for completing it with 3 players. And once that is done, it is Criminal Mastermind 4, and that is all that I need to unlock this achievement, which means I am very, very close to completing this Masterminds achievement. It will be beautiful to unlock this achievement finally, because it is the main barrier from completing this game. Like, it is so difficult. It requires so much commitment, and it requires you to coordinate so much with other people. It's seriously so difficult. If you see on TA over here, 0% of players have this because it's so irritating to go for. It's so difficult to get. So hardly anybody has this achievement because it is so annoying. It's so annoying. But there's also the elite challenges, which are so much easier than the criminal mastermind challenge. That's where the whole issue is going to be. You know, criminal mastermind 2, criminal mastermind 3, criminal mastermind 4. You have to complete all of those in order with the same team of 4 players on hard difficulty without losing any lives on setups and finales. That's basically the gist of it. And you have to do it with 2, with 3, and with 4 players. It's just taking a lot of work. And then after that is done, I am 100% going to be easily able to unlock all of the achievements. 100%. No question about it. I will be able to unlock all the rest of the achievements in the game. I am just right now focused on the Doomsday Heist because I want this Masterminds achievement. I want this game done before GTA 6 gets released. And additionally, I am going to be able to then take my character from GTA 5. This is the Xbox One version, right? I'm going to be able to take my character, and then I'm going to be able to go to the Xbox Series X version, if I can find it. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5. This is the Xbox Series X version. I'm going to be able to then import my save file or import my character, something like that. And I'm going to be able to unlock every single one of the achievements in an instant. So that is the motivation to complete this before GTA 6. I will be able to, go get all the achievements in this game. Then I'll be able to transfer everything over to the Series X version and unlock all of the achievements in this version of the game, which is the ideal version of the game because it's running on a Series X. And I am not going through the Doomsday Heist all over again. No way in hell am I doing that. Like, look at this crap. It has every single one of the achievements, and I am not repeating any of the achievements that I did for GTA 5. 100%. I do not want to. And I will accept 1750 gamer score for my efforts. All right. I will gladly do that. So yeah, that is GTA 5. Almost done. And then I'll have GTA 5 for the Series X done as well. And that'll be a beautiful day. It'll be a beautiful day. You can look forward to that in the 600,000 gamer score video, I am certain. Which now leads us into our final game for this Gamerscore recap, Assassin's Creed Unity. So Assassin's Creed Unity, it's been fun. I'm not done it yet, but I am about to have it done. It's like, honestly, it's just an Assassin's Creed game. I don't know what else to say. The only cool thing about it is that the achievement I popped for 500,000 Gamerscore was called I Want It All, and I had a blast during that stream. I had a blast during that final moment where I killed the final enemy, the final boss, by using a disguise and disguising myself as him, and then he didn't spot me. I think that was so fun. That was such a fun time. So I had a blast going through a lot of this game. The story was whatever. I don't know. The story's like whatever, if you ask me. But I think the gameplay throughout the stories, so fun. I had so much fun completing the game story and like actually playing through it. Right now, I am missing only collectible achievements, which I'm actually working on right now. There's so many collectibles. I hate it. I hate it. But whatever, that's besides the point. There are also co-op missions, which I am currently playing through. I've played through a few of them by myself, which you're able to do, but that makes them very hard and very annoying. So I might need assistance. That may come from randoms. That may come from people I know. We shall see. But yeah, this game has co-op, and it's the only Assassin's Creed game to have co-op. So once I'm done with this game, I can continue with the series and not have to worry about co-op achievements. So I'm happy about that. And then it has a DLC, and the DLC should be a fun time. That DLC, I should be able to enjoy that. But yeah, Assassin's Creed Unity, that is the game I used to get to 500,000 gamer score. And the achievement was I want it all. And that is true, because I want all of the gamer score. I want all of my games to be completed. I want them all the gamer score on my profile. It would be beautiful to have it unlocked. Let me go ahead and add that to my trophy case, because on True Achievements, you can add games to your trophy case, or you can add achievements to your trophy case, and you can highlight them if you want to talk about them or you want to show them off. So now I have I want it all in my trophy case because it deserves to be there, because we're sitting at 500,050 gamer score now, but we surpassed 500K. And that was pretty awesome. All right. That is the end of this video. That is the end of this recap. I do have a lot of games on my profile that I am going to be working through the backlog of. So there's a lot of games here that I still need to complete, and I will be completing them, as you can see on screen. I've got a lot completed over the years, but there's a few here and there when I played them as a kid, like GTA 4. I played that as a kid and got one achievement, and now I am, I just have it on my profile. So I'm probably going to go through my backlog and complete everything possible. There's just some that I've committed to never playing, and, I'm okay with that. But there's a lot that I want to play and a lot that I want to complete. So, yeah, hopefully in the next milestone video, we've got a lot of old Xbox 360 games that I've finally taken care of. I would love to clear out a lot of this backlog and move on to newer games and fresher games and not have to look back at the backlog. But the backlog is something that I really want to tackle, and that is probably my goal for 600,000, is to not play as much shovelware, not play as much easy gamer score, and play games that I want to play, that I would play if I wasn't an achievement hunter. I really do like that way of looking at those games compared to shovelware. But with all of that being said, thank you very much for watching this video. If you got to the end of this video, that is kind of crazy. That is pretty awesome of you. Listen to me talk for a long ass time. It's been a while since I have recorded something. I've been live streaming lately, so this was nice for me. This was a bit more calm. Didn't have chat distracting me. No offense, chat. No offense. But I was able to stay on track and really focus on what I was talking about. That was cool. That was cool. Check out my second channel if you're interested. Check out the stream. Check me out on Twitch. Follow me on Twitch. Give me that follow. Give me to affiliate. Let's go. We can do that. Support the channel in any way you can. Just watching supports the channel, honestly. So thank you very much for watching to the end of this video. Shout out to you. You are a real one. If you're interested in anything from me, obviously check out my channel. Head over there and see what's up. If I'm streaming, say what is good, and tell me you came from this video. Actually, I think that would be really cool to just have. I love it when people hop in on stream and say they came from this video, or this achievement guide helped them, stuff like that. Yeah, with all that being said, thank you very much for watching this video. This was a bit of a lengthy recording, and it's definitely going to be a long video, but I hope you enjoyed it all the same, and I hope you have a great day. I shall see you in the next one.